There we are. Every Man's Hunting and Outdoor Podcast. We aren't experts, but we're out there doing it, so join us on our journey. Tonight, we have Mike Gonsalves looking for a transformer or two. Sam Alexander is bird watching. Vince H., they walk among us, and I'm Dave Packard, the man who walks. Tonight, around the campfire, we have our Kansas killing coyote comrade, Brandon Gertzen. How are you?
I think he froze.
He might have.
No, wait, that's not.
No, he's there.
It's not that cold in Kansas.
Good.
Hi, Brandon. Welcome to our show. He is frozen. This is going swimmingly.
Oh, this is like a super throwback to Let's Go Hunt stuff, but usually it was me.
Is it just me, or did you start talking and then realize you were muted, or because all I heard was meow, 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 the Everyman's Hunting and Outdoor Podcast? Did you start?
Yeah,
I don't do this shit. All right, I'm working with what I got.
I mean, it's fine. We'll be fine.
This is fine. Show
I
will
think
go on.
Brandon's blinking. Quick, ask him how he is.
Am I working?
Oh, yeah, you're working. Hooray!
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, hanging in there, man.
I'm all right. Dave, how are you?
Oh, you know.
Oh, we know, but not everyone else knows yet.
The people don't know.
Nobody else knows yet. But
There was a teaser, but let's talk to Brandon first.
Yes. Brandon, are you up with us in time with your internet?
I am.
Okay, perfect.
I think so. Yes.
Man.
If not, you should go to Ty's house and use his internet.
Oh yeah. Fucking speaking of Ty, our other Kansas coyote killing comrade is not going to be joining us on live chat tonight because he's watching the fucking NFR like a real cowboy.
What's the NFR?
It's the Super Bowl of rodeo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, National
That's pretty
Finals
cool.
Rodeo.
Right on.
Yeah, he's got some kids that he taught.
Oh, nice.
It's their first time, so he's watching them. He said he's been screaming at the TV for the last 6 days.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids that he taught.
That's a lot of screaming at the TV.
Yeah,
that's a thing too.
Oh yeah. So Brandon,
Was that a question?
Was it?
I was waiting for a response just to test delay. But
Give me a second. Let me try something different.
okay,
Maybe kill your camera.
really throwback.
I got real close to saying something I shouldn't have said.
Well, while we're waiting on that, Mike, do you do anything?
I have not done shit in the last week except I went to my ranges match last Wednesday with my newly acquired Gen 3 Glock 17, and it ran like an absolute top, as we expected it would. Turns out when you stop fucking with Glocks, they start working. So that's pretty cool. Nice. I cut the ever-loving dog shit out of my finger. I got told, load and make ready. So I grab a mag, I grab my gun, and I go to smack the mag into the gun, but the mag pinched my finger. The mag pinched my finger in between the mag well of the Glock and the mag itself, the mag extension, and it was bleeding pretty damn good. And the RO was like, "You want to get that taken care of?" And I was like, "No, it'll be fine." It starts bleeding just everywhere, and I was like, "No, I should probably go take care of it."
You're the fucking guy bleeding on the floor.
He's
bleeding all over the rug.
So that was a fun time. And I don't know, about a week ago, I went to the surplus store because they were doing Black Friday shit, and they had Humvee lights. And I was like, cool, Hummer lights. Well, I've gone over and over the KC lights on the front of the Prado, how they don't work anymore. And so today I went to install the Humvee lights, and I was like, well, let's see if these work. Took the 2 wires I had just cut from one of the KCs and touched them to the Hummer light, and it was like blink, small blink, small blink. And I was like, what the fuck? Some research has shown that it turns out Hummer headlights are 24 volts. And as anybody who is familiar with vehicles in the Americas knows, our shit runs on 12. So I had to immediately go to Amazon and order a couple of 12 volt to 24 volt transformers. So once I wire those up when they get here on Friday, the light should work just fantastically. And if they don't,
that was my confusion when you're like, I got to get transformers because these are 24 volt lights. I was like, I'm pretty sure the Amazon link that I sent you was for 12 volt. But
right, you sent me the link for Nylights. I bought these Hummer lights at the surplus store because they were cheaper than the Nylights. Turns out they're not cheaper than the Nylights when you add in transformers, but it's fine. I have Hummer lights. That's kind of cool, actually. Except to you.
Blasphemy. Brandon, are you back?
Can you guys hear me better?
I can hear you.
I can hear you, but you sound like you're across the room.
You're so far away. Like in Kansas.
Oh, give me 1 second. Oh, here we go. This is probably better.
That's a little better.
A little bit better, yeah.
Okay. I don't have a fancy dancy microphone you guys have.
Do you have an earbud with a microphone in it? Because that would be preferable.
That is what I have in.
Oh shit.
So change your mic on StreamYard then.
I did.
So you did? And it's to your headphones?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go with it anyway. Fuck it.
It's fine.
We'll do it live.
Are you sure?
It's working.
Vince,
so you do.
Go ahead, Dave.
Brandon, you do night hunting things over in Kansas, and I understand that now the new night hunting rules have commenced. How's that going?
It's going all right. To be 100% honest, I've been slacking off, and I've only been out twice this year. And the first time we went out, we didn't see anything. Well, no, that's incorrect. I think me and Ty seen 2, and then the second time I went out, I didn't update on my scope before we went out, which is a no-no. I did not check it before I walked out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And we got out to the first stand, and I had fuzz in my screen. And so I just proceeded to spot them with my handheld RH-25. And that was about it.
Oh, gotcha.
And
nice.
Other than that, I've just been too busy with life and everything else and get out. And it wasn't windy all summer. It's been windy on the weekends. My son's been bugging the crap out of me to go. Of course, we can't go for the next, last weekend, this weekend, and then, last weekend and this weekend. You can't hunt because it's deer rifle season here, so
you guys
hunting during rifle season.
You guys got to play around those seasons, right? That's kind of the same thing over here when you get a night light permit to spotlight on the government ground. They will only issue those if there's not an active deer or elk or in big game season going. So that I understand that.
Yeah.
Is it nice being able to hunt at night with thermals in fucking September?
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still working out. You still got to worry about the snakes, but I mean, long as you don't step too far away from the truck, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what's different about hunting in September, October, November than in when we did it in March?
So in September, November, or October, November, you still have a lot more of the pups out. I mean, they're still pups, but they're a lot stupider,
mhm.
and they haven't been time to be educated, and so they're young and dumb, and you can really get them to come in, but I mean, like I said, I haven't hunted much this year just because of life, but you kill out a lot more pups during September, October, and November.
Yeah.
And plus, it's warm and you don't have to bundle up and
Well, yeah, and
you go out short sleeves and
it pretty well
shorts.
doubled the night or the thermal season. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, of course, you have the guys that hate it. And I mean, to be 100% honest, I mean, it's kind of going how I expected it. Last year or any of the other years, me and Ty are trying to hit it out every weekend or anytime we could. If we could go hit a weeknight for a couple hours and get home by 11, we were
Mhm.
trying to get out. And now you can go hunt a spot and let it sit for 3 weeks and back where I don't think the dogs are going to have as much pressure on them, but it's going to take time. Um, I really wish they'd open up coon season at night and badger at least, but
Yeah.
just
That
my
actually
opinion.
that brings up another question that I had. How long do you wait? Is it usually 3 weeks between like hitting the same spot again? Like
I mean,
for me over here, I call one spot twice a year. That's about it.
ideally, I'll wait 2 to 3 weeks before you go call it again. But
Hmm.
I tell you what, Dodge is so. I mean, there's so many people hunting, and the predator side of it has just blown up in the I'd say the last 6, 7 years,
Gotcha.
and I mean, there's so many people hunting. So, I mean, you might go call a spot and you might not call it for 3 weeks, but that doesn't mean the guy, the neighbor next door didn't go call it the day before
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And of
That's
course, you get the landowners that they tell everybody, oh yeah, you can go hunt it. I don't have anybody else, and then a week later somebody asks them, yeah, that's fine, go hunt it. So I mean, you got to kind of do what you got to do.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that it actually passed and you guys have a little more freedom to do with what you want. Thermal's still pretty iffy over
Yeah,
here. So,
Yeah, we
I
still
mean,
got you've got to have
we still
landowner
don't know,
permission.
and that's the same way it is in Kansas.
mhm.
There's no night hunting on public,
Oh
which
wow.
Even
we don't have
spotlights?
public around. No,
Oh, damn.
no night hunting on any walk-in hunting,
Wow.
which is public. I mean, it's not really public. The farmers are getting paid to put it into walk-in,
Hmm.
um, but we don't have BLM land in Kansas like you guys have in Colorado.
Gotcha.
Everything's privately owned, so you have to have landowner permission. And even if you have landowner permission and it's qualified or whatever it's enrolled in walk-in hunting, which allows the public to go on it.
Uh,
Even if you have permission on that ground, you cannot hunt it.
hmm. Well,
Dusky in the chat wants to know how many coyotes you kill a year.
I mean, if you're asking Ty, we kill a lot. I mean, if you're asking me, I mean, like last year between threes, we killed, what was it, 42 or 43 in 2 nights for the contest we shot. You know, just night hunting normally. You know, if it's just me and Ty, you know, we might get 20 apiece throughout the year, 20 or 30 apiece throughout the year. And I mean, if if I see a dog go down whenever we shoot, I consider it dead. I'm not gonna go put hands on it every time.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's everybody has their own way of counting a kill, but I mean,
That's one thing
it's always a big fish.
One thing that you guys have that we don't is the ability to do calling contests. Well, us in Colorado anyway, we can't do contests.
Yeah.
And so the contests are like fucking nuts sometimes. It's like $40,000 purse.
How much?
A lot of those big purses are down in Texas. Like the big cat contest. I mean, you get $40,000-$60,000. I don't know. I mean, I don't follow a bunch of contests here, here in Kansas, but there's like a contest in Greensburg. I want to say it paid out 8,000 or 9,000 last year. The contest me and Ty and Dustin won last year up in Jetmore. I think the purse on it ended up being like 12 or 13,000. So we split that between the three of us.
That makes a long night's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I'll go drive around and shoot shit at night for fucking $12,000.
That was 2 really long nights because we drove from Dodge City to Lawton, Oklahoma on Friday afternoon, and then started hunting at sundown on Friday afternoon, and hunted all night till I think I slept in the pickup while they called the cat in the morning. And I think we got back to the house at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Slept for a couple hours and then got back up and got something to eat and hit it again until 5 o'clock in the morning, and then we had to drive back here to Dodge from Lawton to try to to make check-in.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely rough.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, when Vince and I went with you guys over there, we were just kind of milling around and shit. We still didn't get done till 5 in the morning. Poor Vince drove 8 hours, worked all day, drove 8 hours, hunted all night, slept for 45 minutes in a truck stop parking lot in Springfield, America. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go kill prairie dogs now. And he texts me and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wake up.
Dude, I remember when we met you guys in Springfield, Sam and I did, and we were basically up till 3-4 in the morning. Got back to the hotel probably. I remember hurting pretty bad, and I remember being really fucking tired all night. And at some point I was like, all right, I'm calling it. I got to go home and I got to go sleep. It was like 4 in the morning when I did that. Got back to the hotel at like 6, crashed out for 2 hours, woke up at 8:50 and went, well, I guess I'm going home.
Yeah, I looked so bad that the lady at the truck stop, when I went in there after I woke up, and she's just like, you just got a coffee and hot water? I'm like, yeah. She's like, just take it.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate it.
I love when they don't care about selling coffee. Like, just take it. I don't want to deal with that.
Me and Ty went to the cafe and had breakfast after we slept in the Jeep for a couple hours.
Yeah. Yep.
Man.
And then you guys went and had breakfast And I woke up and I was like, yeah, you have fucking at that. And then I realized like my pack and my shooting stakes and everything was still in Sean's pickup. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. I gotta haul ass to town real quick.
So was your brother-in-law.
Oh my God.
You remember
Mr. Mansweat.
Oh my God. That was the stinkiest I've ever smelled a pickup truck ever. God damn.
That was a good time.
It was. His name's Brandon too, isn't it?
Brendan.
Oh, with an E.
Yes.
Or 2 E's.
My name's Brennan. Brennan Huff. That was Step Brothers reference.
Brendan.
Brendon. Is it Brendon or Brendan?
Brendan.
So 2 E's.
Indeed.
So there's 2 E's in Indeed as well. In case anybody was counting.
Indubitably.
There is.
Okay, we're done with this. Fuck that. I'm cutting it off now. I have the power now. God damn it.
I don't think there's any E's in Indubitably, except at the end where it's like Indubitably.
Shut the fuck up. Brandon, I think you should take over the off-road podcast.
I don't have time.
I know. But you do build some pretty fucking cool shit. And Montana Dirt Road is one of our listeners. He actually came over because of the off-road podcast. So it's
I listened to it for a while. I just couldn't really get into it.
yeah. I got into the
Yeah.
live shows.
It was a decent show. I
used to
Go ahead, Brendan.
I used to listen to We Like Shooting live, but I got 2 kids, I got a business,
Yeah.
and man, it takes a toll on trying to sit down a night and my kids go to bed halfway early, but by the time they're ready to go to bed, I'm ready to go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, understand that.
So
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. Life is busy as hell, and like Monday nights are one of the karate nights for the child, and by the time I get home, the last thing I can do is like open up the computer and.
We did that once. Remember, you were a complete bitch.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The surprise Monday night recording.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mike
No,
was just
I
so
wasn't a
mad.
bitch. I was just angry about it.
No, you were a bitch.
You were crabby until about the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's because at the last 10 minutes it was ending, and I knew it.
I was like, okay, I'm finally awake. Here we go. Good night, everybody. So, Brandon, do you do any other kind of hunting in Kansas? We've talked about the night hunting with coyotes, and I know we've talked about that with Ty, but
I do. I like to deer hunt, and I tell you that I used to be pretty avid on bow hunting. I haven't been. Well, I went bow hunting last year, but I didn't shoot anything. I went and sat probably 7, 8 times.
Yeah.
I'm picky. I'm not going to just shoot anything, especially with the property I'm on. It's not my property, so I'm not just going to shoot whatever walks by. But now that my kids are getting of age, it kind of switches over to taking them hunting instead of myself hunting. And, of course, my wife, she's like, take them hunting, take them, get them out of the house. So my one boy, he's shot 2 deer with a rifle, and my other one, he's not mature enough yet for me to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go this weekend, and I'm gonna take both of them. That way, my younger one can kind of get the feel of it, see what it's about. and really see if he wants to do it. I told my oldest one, he's been bugging the crap out of me. He was pissed that we didn't go last weekend. But he's like, well, let's let. He's like, is Hank gonna shoot one this year? And I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna shoot one. I was like, we're probably gonna let him watch. He's like, well, if he shoots one, he's like, I understand if I don't get to shoot one. I want him to shoot one. I'm like, let's let you shoot one, and then we'll see what he thinks about it. So I'm gonna take him out this weekend and hopefully get something. Might end up just shooting a doe. We haven't had anything buck-wise on the property that's really worth shooting or that we want to take. But we're also, like, where I hunt is in celebrity hunting, the center of the celebrity hunting. At least it used to be.
Yeah, Ty was saying that.
And
Ty was saying that a bunch of that ground got leased up by the bone collector guys, I think, or whoever the fuck it was. Waddell's at fucking 200 an acre.
Waddell has been out. It's a lot of it's leased out to Perry Ross Outfitters.
Okay.
Which they bring out like Waddell and Lee and Tiffany. Like Tiffany shot like a 200-inch deer. It's probably been 10 years ago now.
Everybody on the outdoor channel.
Yeah, Childers, and a bunch of others. What's the other one? Real Tyler Jordan. He's always out here eating at the cafe there in Ford. During bow season. But it's pretty tough to be picky and choosy on what deer we shoot because you do have competition across the fence from you that's going to shoot whatever.
Yeah.
They want them to shoot big deer, but when a guy comes from Alabama and sees a 140 class deer and he's like, that's huge, and you're like, it's a 140 class,
a 140 is a very, very decent deer, in my opinion.
It is.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's not.
And compared to like Alabama, Georgia, where you're lucky to get like a 90, is those would be fucking monsters to them.
I think the 10 point that I killed this year, I think that's probably a 140 class. Like, I don't think it's much bigger than that. If at all, but I'm not passing on that deer. Like, that's a nice deer.
There's no reason for it, but I think I got a 150 class on it all, so I'm not gonna. I've shot decent deer, so it's kind of like, I might take a doe for meat, but my kids, I'd rather them shoot something, and I've had my fun, and it's fun for me to watch them, hunt. And last year it was extremely fun. And most people would probably say, well, you're only there for 15 minutes. But I got a phone call before, as we were leaving, that my dad was having some issues. And I was like, somebody else has got it covered. I was like, I'm already headed out here. And it was like the last weekend of the season. And we pulled up into the property and I looked across and there was a couple of deer on the wheat feeding. And so we just hoofed it on over there. Normally we sit in blinds. And I gave my son the tripod and the gun, and I stepped away about 10 feet and videoed him, and he took the shot and made a good shot. So
nice.
That's what makes me happy, is watching him, do it by himself, where I'm not standing behind him, coaching him. I just told him, I was like, pick which one you want and pull the trigger on it, and he did good enough. So, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Now, I apologize if you've said it already, but how old are they?
My oldest is 10, and then my youngest is 8.
Okay.
So,
Right around in our neck of the woods,
and,
anyway.
Yeah.
yeah. No, my oldest, he's really good. I mean, like, he follows directions. My youngest, he's got me in him with ADHD, and he's wired, and so he's gonna take a little bit longer to get to where I can really trust him, and he can do it by himself. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna take him out there and stand behind him and you know hold the gun for him while he shoots. If he's shooting a deer, he's doing it on his own. Holding the gun and everything. I mean, I
Yep.
think there's way too many people out there that take their kids hunting, and they're essentially the dad or whoever's essentially holding the gun for them and pointing
Yeah.
it, and the kid needs to grow a little bit more and understand. I think that's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But
I 100% agree with you. I've been getting not bad talk to, but talk to at the range when I take my 8-year-old. When she was 4, we bought her a Savage Rascal, a little pink one, and for the first year, it was like, all right, let's work on all the basic fundamentals, and then after that, I was like, all right, fuck this, fuck trying to explain lining up sights, and I slapped a red dot on top of it. And the red dot, like, it's so much more intuitive for her. She understands a lot more. All she has to do is put the dot on the target and squeeze the trigger, and like put up a half-size IPSC target at 10 yards, and she'll just be like, blam, right in the dead center of the A zone every time. And I'm like, all right, well, I think we could probably move on to something bigger now.
yeah,
So I'm thinking about putting. Gideon Optics sent me a 1-6, one of their new fiber optic scopes. I'm thinking there's 2 things I could do with it. One, I could put it on top of the high point carbine and take a beaver with it, or I could put it on top of the 1022 I've got and let her go to town and really start to enjoy shooting. And honestly, like, both are genuine options. Like, I could do one and then the other.
yeah, and I had surprisingly, I didn't take my kids out a whole bunch and shoot 22. I probably need to more than what I do, but my oldest son, I mean, he goes to the range with me if I have to go test something, and so he's got pretty good. And I built him a little Howa mini action in 6 ARC. I chopped the barrel down on it to 16 inches, put a can on it, put one of our stocks on it, and I chopped the LOP super short. And I mean, he shoots that thing damn good. I mean, he's hitting. I mean, if I have him try to put a group together, he'll be inch and a half. I mean, the gun will shoot better than that, but I mean, he does really well with it. And I think the first year he shot with it, which was 2 years ago, was at like 275, and I couldn't have asked for better. Last year he was a little far back, but he did good for shooting off a tripod.
Nice.
Before he was shooting off a bench. So
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Man, I don't Dave, what age are they eligible to start like bird hunting in Colorado? Is it 10?
As soon as you get your hunter safety card, there's not an age limit. You just have to pass the test on your own. So for small game, all you need your hunter safety card, and if you can pass your hunter safety card, then you can get your small game license. Big game is 12. You have to be 12 by the time your season starts. So
Okay.
see, and that's where Kansas. It used to be, I think, 12 or 14 to be able to shoot a deer, and now I see people taking their 5-year-olds out, and
Yeah.
the 5-year-old is shooting a deer.
Mhm.
But like you said, the dad's
And-
like holding the gun for him and like doing everything for them. And
Or the dad's doing everything.
right. Like that
So,
kind
I
of takes
mean-
the point away from it. Like if you
yeah.
got your bead set on a deer, let me put it this way. If I am a child and I want to go take this deer down, the last thing I want is dad doing everything for me and holding the gun and like, okay, all you got to do is pull the trigger, quick, pull the trigger. Like, no, I want to line up on it myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's so much
And-
more sense of accomplishment as a child to do things yourself than when mom and dad help you out and like are there for you and kind of crutch your way through it.
Yeah, with
seeing in Kansas, go ahead.
with my boy, like my goal was, or my criteria was that he had to be able to handle the firearm by himself
Mhm.
without me holding on to it when he shoots it or anything like that. He has to be able to carry it. He has to be able to mantle it and point it just fine. So I made a lightweight AR, but this last time I used or this year for the buck he killed, I used the 308 that I had, which is the GT30 rifle, which is based on the Ruger American Gen 2. But that was in both instances, last year when he shot a spike and this year when he shot a 9-point, he had control of the rifle. I was sitting there telling him what to do, but I didn't have, there was not a hand on the firearm or on him.
It was
So
his shot.
Yeah, it is his shot
Yeah.
to make or not. So, but I'm over both times.
See,
I'm over there like, please just shoot this thing, just please. Like, just press the trigger.
Squeeze.
Do
in
it.
Kansas,
Do it now.
in Kansas, kids can't even take the hunter safety class. Don't quote me on this. I think until they're 12.
Wow.
Which-
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and I remember back then, back when I was a kid, I had to have my hunter safety course before I could go pheasant hunting.
Mm-hmm. Which
So,
it's good.
I don't know why they changed it.
I mean, the hunter safety course, it teaches you the 4 rules, firearm
Yeah.
safety and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And then it's really heavy in identification. And
Mhm.
I think hunter safety is a great thing. I also think that it should be accessible, not till 12. Like, Jesus.
So in Oklahoma, you can get a license without doing your hunter safety, but it's an apprentice license. And
Yeah.
you can get that at any age, but it's all you can get up to the age of 30 if you don't have a hunter safety. After the age of 30, they don't make you have a hunter safety if you're over the age of 30. But you can get the hunter safety at any age, but I forget. I need to look it up. I just haven't had the need because my boy doesn't have his hunter safety yet. But you can not sit by yourself. Like, you can't go out and hunt by yourself until you're of a certain age.
Mhm.
And it's like
Yeah.
12, maybe 14, something like that. But you can have your hunter safety, and then, once you hit that age, you are eligible to go out and hunt on your own. But besides that, you don't have to have it but you do have to hunt with somebody who has theirs or is exempt.
So Colorado also has an apprentice program, but it's a one-time thing. So if, like, I actually did this with my brother-in-law because he didn't have his hunter safety yet. He was my apprentice, and I got put on his license with my hunter safety card because he couldn't hunt without me, and it only lasted 1 year, and it was only for small game. And then Montana Dirt Roads brings up that Montana has an apprenticeship program that allows the parent to take kids with them for 2 years before they even go through the hunter's ed course. So it's like you have to have a 2-year resume of hunting with your mom and dad before you can even take the course. Which I can see issues, both goods and bads. Like if whoever is showing you how to hunt is like stupid, maybe don't hunt with them, but hopefully they're safe and legal.
Now, if you jerk the trigger harder, it hits the deer harder, and they'll die quicker. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Brandon.
No, you're good.
What?
Well,
What?
Huh?
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Vince? No, go ahead. I was just saying stupid crap. Go ahead if you had something to say.
No, I didn't have anything to say. I was saying stupid shit.
Sweet.
Vince, do you have some questions to ask our esteemed guest?
Oh, it's been. Wait, who do we have? We didn't get Lou with those.
We didn't get Lou.
Oh my goodness!
But we will get him when he comes back on.
Shoot. Oh, okay, I forgot about that completely. Wait, who was on before him?
Somebody else who didn't get hit.
I'm so mad.
No,
I forgot about my own questions.
Well, to be fair, it was like a 2.5-hour episode.
Where'd they go?
Towards the bottom.
Is it? No, it's further up. There are some questions that we ask people. The guests who come.
I would say we ask every guest, but that's not true anymore.
No, it's not. Oh my goodness, are they gone? Where did they go?
They're in the bottom.
There they are. Okay. I found them. Okay.
Oh, good. Crisis averted.
Crisis averted. Yes. Okay. Brandon, first of all, big question. What's your dream hunt?
It'd probably be a big cat.
Where at? Anywhere? Or just
like in New Mexico.
Ooh.
Oh, so like a kitty cat, mountain lion.
So when you say a big cat, it's not necessarily any big cat. It's a specific U.S. big cat.
Yeah, like a mountain lion.
Mountain kitty.
Cool.
Here, kitty.
What
makes you want to hunt a mountain lion?
They're fucking cool.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's just they're, I mean, it's not something that people hunt every day. I mean, elk would be cool, but I think a mountain lion would just be badass.
Oh, I have a
question.
question.
What if you hunted a mountain lion that hunted you while you were hunting elk?
That would be self-defense. Next question.
That would be Brett.
That was who it was, Brett.
Yeah.
Would you? I think I know the answer to this question, but would you call the mountain lion or would you use dogs?
I think it would be cool to call it.
Fucking yes.
I mean, dogs are cool, but it's not cheating, but it'd be a lot cooler to call a cat in a big cat.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I'm thinking about how cool it would be to call a cat in, and I'm also thinking about Brett's story where he didn't have to do shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Brett's story where he didn't know it was there until it was 6 feet away.
I'm thinking about Brett's story, and he never told us what color pants he was wearing, but I assume it was the brown pants.
If it wasn't, it would then be.
They were thusly brown pants.
Forever after. Brett's story has messed with me because I was outside with my wife the other night. Like we walked down to the end of the drive to mess with the Christmas lights we have out there, and we had our youngest, who's 7 months old, and she was out there with us, and I was holding her, and she's making some noise, like crying, and it's a really still night, and it's a little bit damp, maybe moist, and sound travels really far, and I'm like, she's fussing. I'm gonna go back up to the house, and then as I'm walking back up to the house, off to my left, I hear just some rustling in the leaves. I'm like, maybe I'm not gonna go back to the house and leave my wife out here by herself, because I don't know what that rustling in the leaves is.
And wasn't it just a month or two ago that you mentioned that Oklahoma finally came out and admitted that they have mountain lions in the western portion of the state?
Yeah,
Breeding population.
They admitted there being a breeding population, not in the western part, in the north central in Osage County.
Okay.
But it was a year and a half ago that I got a call from my neighbor who was driving around the back roads back behind my house and called up and said, "Hey, there's a mountain lion 150 yards behind your house." And we're like, "Excuse me? What?"
Hmm?
Let me hang up
That's
real
when they
quick.
break out the-
Called my wife, like, get the kid inside. Anyway. All right, let's move on to the next question real quick. Let's see. So, what would you consider your biggest win so far while out hunting?
My biggest win.
Biggest win. Like, what's that thing, like, oh man, that was cool, or you felt like you accomplished something that was like a next level thing, or just the next level, not necessarily, elite, but I just did this thing for the first time kind of thing.
It would have to be the first time I shot a deer with my bow and retrieved.
Nice.
There was a lot of catch and release for a while.
You should get a bow fishing rig. Can you imagine tying on to some fucking pissed off doe?
Oh my god.
You look like all those videos of the people that are opening their doors and their dogs chase something while they have the leash in their hand and just
Like you carry the deep sea fishing rig out to the stand with you.
what are you doing? I'm deer hunting. The fuck you doing?
What are you deer hunting with? It's a harpoon gun. Why are you using a harpoon
No,
gun? So it won't get away.
the first year, not the first year bow hunted, but the first year we bow hunted on the property that we have now. It was I think I shot a doe, but it wasn't anything big. But whenever I shot a buck with my bow, that year I hit a few deer, and I thought I hit a few deer, and there was a lot of walking, and then I finally connected and watched it go down, which that was pretty exciting.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I recall doing that the first time with a crossbow was the first time I shot one once and then it went down. The first one with the bow took a couple of shots, and that's a completely different story. But moving on. All right, into some nonsense.
This whole show's
here's
nonsense.
no, shut up. Here's a premise for us. Okay, Brandon, you have to go into bear country. We're talking about grizzly bear here, and you can't carry a rifle. What handgun are you carrying, and in what caliber?
I'm not a handgun guy. Probably like a 10mm Glock. I really don't do handguns that much.
It's a good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I think that's what Brett used on his mountain lion.
Yep.
So Or was that
I
a
think
Smith
his
and
was
Wesson?
Smith and Wesson.
Eh,
It was
same
a
thing.
But yeah,
Smith and Wesson 1 centimeter.
1 sentence. Dumbass.
It's fucking math. I simplified it.
You're not incorrect. You're still a dumbass.
VSO Gun Channel is the one that I heard that from. So credit to him.
All right, moving swiftly along to the last one. If you could hunt a dinosaur, what would you hunt, and what would you hunt it with?
I don't have any idea.
What? Come on.
Probably the. I don't know.
Here, I'm going to make one up for
You're-
you. You're going to use your Jeep to herd an entire group of Brontosaurus off of a cliff.
They already did that in Lost World,
No, they didn't. Shut up.
except for off the cliff.
Yeah, it's off the cliff. You're going to go straight Lost World on them and just... But it's going to be like Neolithic when they used to herd the buffalo off the cliff and then just, eviscerate their remains afterwards.
No, he's a predator guy. He'd be after a raptor of some sort.
Ooh.
Herd
Mhm.
a raptor off a cliff with his Jeep.
I think it would just fly away.
Yeah,
Well-
not that kind of raptor. Velosa, not owl.
It's still entirely possible. We don't know they didn't fly.
We
Okay.
don't know what they did. We just assume everything. They
Right.
think.
Mhm.
We say they're
Like-
sleek. They're sleek like lizards. What if they just had huge, like breasts, like pigeons,
Yeah.
and were just like meaty all over the front?
What if
So,
Alan Grant was onto something with the bones being full of air sacs and hollows, just like a bird, and their little raptor arms were actually connected to really big feathery wings, and all they had to do was like nap, 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 but it was actually huge wings, and they could fly all over the place.
I'm just gonna go out and say that huge breasts is a show title.
No,
So-
it's not.
We could be talking about Sam's birds. Hey, there's a multitude of things.
We
I
could
think
say
Krista might actually come kill us. I wonder if
It'd
you
be
could
funny, though.
call in a velociraptor.
Gideon
I
Optics in the
think-
chat asks if wasn't the Brontosaurus the one that we've been gaslit into thinking they never existed. Yes, you are correct, sir. The Brontosaurus and the Apatosaurus were discovered. The Brontosaurus was the Apatosaurus was discovered first. The Brontosaurus was discovered like 30, 40 years later, and then within the last 40 or 50 years, we proved that both were the same species. So they are all apatosaurs. You're welcome for that dinosaurism. Raggle Fraggle says, weren't velociraptors basically turkeys? They were slightly bigger than turkeys. They stood about 3 feet. The Jurassic Park and Michael Crichton, we can blame for this. Michael Crichton didn't think that the actual velociraptor was a scary enough animal. So he used the other animal that they portrayed in the movies. The animal they portrayed as velociraptors in the movies were actually an animal called Deinonychus. So there's another dinosaur nerdism for you. I'll shut up now.
Allegedly.
Thank you. Well, that was an adventure.
I knew all
Thank
of
you for
that.
coming on, Brandon. Are you going to stick around?
Yeah, I'll stick around for a little bit.
Kick ass.
I gotta hear the story.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Vince, did you do anything before I get into my shit?
Oh, we're gonna keep him waiting just a little bit longer.
Mhm.
I think the one thing I want to cover right now is my son has been. He's asleep, right? Yeah, he's asleep. He's been murdering squirrels, and we've been eating them. And turns out squirrel tastes pretty dang good.
Mhm.
My wife made squirrel dumplings the other day, and I ate some of it. I'm like, okay, this is pretty elite table fare right here. I got home today and my son's like, "Hey Dad, look." And he pulls a squirrel carcass out of the fridge. I'm like, "So you got another one?"
I thought you were going to say out of his pocket, to be fair.
I mean, just about. Turns out he shot this one 5 times before it finally succumbed. Like, son, just step on it at that
God
point.
damn.
He's like, I was like, "Did you use a pellet? I bought you pellets." He's like, "Yeah, I put the pellet in there first, but it takes so long to load it. I just use BBs after the first shot." I'm like, "It's fair."
DIY shotgun.
Yeah, but shotgun loading.
Mhm.
Anyway, but so I got my son's Christmas present right here. Bought him a 22 caliber pre-charged pneumatic air pistol.
Oh, nice.
And I got the pump for it and everything. I'm trying to hold it up here so people can see.
YouTube, this is not a firearm.
This is a pre-charged pneumatic air firearm of some sort. It's supposed to get 780 on the top end as far as velocity goes, and I think that should be just fine for squirrel murder. And it's caliber. It's not 17, so it should have a little bit more of a little more ass behind it.
Mhm.
So
You should have got the 9mm.
should got yeah. Like here's
What squirrel?
like at 9mm, he's like, that's just a home defense weapon. Like that's a real gun at that point. You're talking what 900 feet per second with a 60 or 70 grain projectile with the 9mm ones. Anyway, but this is a 22 caliber. I got it in the other day, and I've been kind of poking around with it. I'm not going to go shoot it. I'm going to just put it back in the box, and we're going to get it out together and get everything. And yeah, but it should make his squirrel capades a little bit go a little bit smoother, hopefully. And I also got the pump and everything, so he can pump it up. And it's got a little magazine, so it's got I think a 7-round rotary magazine that just kind of pops in the little top right here, and then you charge it on the side. It's got a little chargy dude, and yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Because I'm not quite ready to just hand him the 22 and say go to town, son. Because a 22 can still do quite a bit of damage, even at several hundred yards or further. So I was like, yeah, but I do want him to kill squirrels because they're delicious. So yeah.
Be efficient squirrel getter.
Yeah. And also
Benjamin makes a 457.
Fuck.
look, and here that's the problem. If I've got the pump, like why not get more, right?
Right?
Right? Right.
Right.
Right?
Agreed.
Right. Left.
Except
But
you're
yeah.
going to get tired of pumping it, you're going to buy an electric pump.
Yeah, I'll let the boy pump it himself. It's fine. We can get an electric whenever I get my own.
Nice.
Yeah, he should know the struggle. It's fine.
Well,
Nobody will
All right,
struggle
Dave.
until you're sitting
That's
there
awesome.
going, that's
Oh yeah.
Dave, tell us about the giant fucking
hold on,
deer
hold
that
on,
you
hold on.
missed yesterday.
Hold on. There's a story before that. The
Yeah.
deer he missed.
Yeah, that was a
let's
story.
start-
No.
There's a
Shut the
story.
fuck up, Mike. It's my shit. Okay. So, it's deer
So
season.
hostile.
It's late deer season here in the plains of southeast Colorado. And my daughter and I have deer tags. I have a buck tag. She has a doe tag. And I've been hunting since it opened, like every morning before work. And then as soon as I get off of work, luckily, I've been having to pick my kids up. So I get off of work a little bit early. So I pick my kids up and then we take the long way home.
Oh no!
And
I have
about
to
the
pick up
time
the
we get home
kids.
is when it gets dark. So we
Anyway,
look for deer and everything, and uh, every day seen deer. And my daughter hasn't been able to, because with her school schedule and everything how it is now, especially after her diabetes diagnosis, everything's a little different for her. But
is this
we
venison
ended up,
sugar free?
yeah, pretty much, or carb free. But ended up getting to, since I had snow last week, I got the Friday off. So her and I went out and fiddle fucked around for most of the morning. Didn't really see anything. So, and since she was with me, I was like, okay, we're going for does. I'm not chasing bucks right now. Saw a couple from like a ways away. I'm like, ah. And they were fucking moving. Like it is unreal the amount of whitetails that we have this year. Usually, like it's mostly mule deer, and then like, you'll see the occasional whitetail. Oh fuck no! I jumped a herd of 12 whitetail does when it was me and my youngest, my son, and I'm like, are you kidding me? They're fucking everywhere now. But finally got my daughter in the car with me, and we're cruising around, and we
Now hold on.
yeah.
Is your tags? It's you. Am I right? Your tags are deer, or you can get a whitetail tag. So it's if is that right?
So if you have a just a regular deer license, you can shoot either muley or whitetail. They
Okay.
have specific whitetail only licenses where you can only kill whitetail.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. So
And
And-
yours
and-
were, yeah, yours would have to be the deer tag because if they were
Yeah, just
whitetail
regular
only.
one. Yep. So we could shoot. She could shoot any deer without antlers taller than 5 inches, and I had to shoot something with antlers over 5 inches. So we get to cruising around, and what- sorry, it's getting late, and I decided it was like, well, we'll just go look at this wheat pasture that I know that there's been deer on, and it's just it's super fucking close to our house. We'll just run down there and we'll take a peek. And so we get down there, and sure as fuck, there's fucking 4 does, but they're on the other side of the fence on shit that we can't hunt. I'm like, oh, okay, well, they're on the fucking fence, so we'll leave them alone. We'll drive down here, find some other deer, and then tootle around, see if they jump the fence. So we head to the other end of the wheat field, and sure shit, there's more fucking whitetails. And I get to look, and I'm like, oh, there's a whitetail buck in there. I'll be damn. And hey, they were fucking flighty. He was at 800 yards, and all of them were fucking facing us. Like, hey, what the fuck is that? And anytime we moved, they all moved. So I'm like, well, piss on those. Ain't gonna do nothing. So we tootle around for a little bit, get turned around. We go check on the four does that we had seen earlier, which were mule deer. And we get up to them, and sure as fuck, they cross the fence into our wheat that we can hunt. I'm like, okay, here we go. And so I hand her the 6.5. I'm like, okay, get ready. As soon as you get out, you chamber one, and then you just fucking come around the backside of the car, and then you listen to me. So we pull up past the does because there's a fence, and it's a pretty tall fence with a bunch of weeds, so it could hide our Yukon pretty well. Not completely, but pretty well. And they're mule deer. They're not real flighty. So we jump out, she loads one. She comes walking around. I've got the shooting sticks, and we jump off the road. We hit the fence line, and then we get to looking, and the deer just bunch up. Like, okay, so we can't shoot anything yet, and get her set up on the shooting sticks.
Now that's
And-
a free deer.
You know, in Colorado, we only get one deer per license. So,
Bah.
So all your deer are your free deer.
well, where we were sitting was kind of, it was pretty hairy, I guess you could say. Like, weeds were kind of tall. So I had her scoot further towards the wheat field where it got thinner and shorter, but like real slow, easy movements, not to trigger anything. So, and they were staring right at us, but nice and slow. And she scooted down, and then we just sat there for a couple minutes. And then the doe started getting curious. And then one doe stepped out. I was like, okay, Addison. So she shot, and it was a great shot, and fucking took out both front shoulders, or both shoulders, I guess. And so it was like a deer barrel. It was just trying to scoot its ass along on the front. Like, front legs didn't work, but the back legs absolutely did.
You said, like you say deer barrow, but I'm over here imagining a deer with just shoulders, like all four shoulders,
Yeah.
and it's really unsettling, and I don't like it.
So she hit it, and then we had to put another one in it just to make it stop, I guess. I mean, it wasn't going to get away from us by any means, but just make it die faster. So
You
It was a
didn't
good
run up
hit.
and stab it.
she, because it was so far forward, she only clipped like the front lobe of the lung, of one lung. So it was going to take a little bit for it to expire anyway.
Oof.
So yeah, we torched it, but she was fucking pumped. But so we got her dough, which was great, and it commenced to clean and shit and everything. And I'll be damned if her blood sugar didn't go all fucky, so she got to miss out on everything. But I was like, I'm not waiting for her shit to get right so I can show her how to do this before I lose this fucking deer because it gets fucking hot. So I cleaned everything, got everything cut up, thrown in fridges and shit. So yeah, she was pumped. I was worried because I'm like, I don't know how she's going to oh yeah, shitheads in the chat. Yeah, so I get the deer hung up in my little murder shed, as Sean calls it, and I'm like, okay, so you got to be really careful cutting around this tendon because I've got it hung up my back legs. I was like, you got to be really careful cutting around this, and my fucking knife went funk right through it, and deer dropped, and I'm like, yeah,
Nice.
just fucking like that right there.
That's why you got to be
Wow.
careful cutting around this tendon.
Yeah, so bunch of zip ties, and then we had her hung back up.
At least you didn't make a deer pee in your face.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
Have you never heard that story?
I don't
Mm-mm.
know that I have.
Oh. Okay, I thought you heard that. Okay, I'll derail for a minute. I was gutting a deer a few years ago. I think my son was 7, and we're out back, and I'm gutting it. And so whenever you unzip the gut, you know, the outside of the guts, you just grab the junk, slice it off, and throw it away. Like I don't need it on there because I'm not traveling with the deer anywhere. I can just toss it off because it's going to stay here.
Mhm.
And then, go through the rest of the gutting, pull the lungs out, get everything out, and then you start working all of the refuse back down into the intestines, then you cut it off and you throw it away. Well, as I was pulling stuff back down in there, I hit the bladder, and so I'd cut the junk off already. There's just, what's left of the penis is just staring right at me, and I squeezed the bladder, and it just straight up, like rocket shot right into my face.
We didn't know you were in the golden showers.
It was the worst. It was just the worst.
Do you know the difference?
At least my mouth was closed.
Fraggle in the chat asks which is worse, piss or milk. It's piss, dude. Obviously.
Yeah,
Like, why is that even a question?
Wait, why is that a question for you?
Do you know the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
I don't want to know.
I've never had a garbanzo bean in my face. Gross.
You know what the difference between a snowman and a snow woman is?
Nope. My kid's watching. Shut the fuck up.
Snowballs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Dave, your kids watch it.
Yeah, right.
Snowballs.
You're the one over here making. Anyway.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, man. He's got a point.
I gotta show this real quick. Let me see it. There we go. Yes. There's the deer on the hood of the cracker.
I
Because
love it.
my
On
father-in-law
the
was
wagon.
driving by. My father-in-law had the cracker, and he was driving by, and I'm fucking waving in the field, and he just keeps trucking. And so I call him, and I'm like, "Hey, do you want to come see her deer?" And he's like, "Oh shit, you guys got one?" I was like, "Yeah, you drove right fucking by us." So he turns around, and I'm like, "Well, this is better than loading it in or on my Yukon." So onto the hood it went, and we carried it back to the house like that for the entire mile.
That's
Nice.
some classic.
You and killing
Classic
animals within a mile of your house. Like if I did that, I'd go to jail.
So we got her deer.
That's where you that's a you problem.
Mhm.
I'm aware.
I killed I've killed 4. My son killed 1 like 40 yards behind my house.
Mhm. Yeah, your backyard.
Pretty much.
Yeah, mine are always on like government or somebody else's property. I've never killed something besides like coyotes on my own shit. So, but she got her deer. It was great, and I was like, okay, now it's time to start focusing on Daddy Dave. So, I've been hunting quite a bit, like pretty hard, pretty hot and heavy. And I got set up on one spot, and I'm like, okay, so I know that there's deer in this feed, and they come through this government to get to the water tank. And it's like, okay, if I get set up, hopefully a big deer will come out. And I get set up, and everything worked fucking perfectly, like fantastic. But they were all does. I still felt good because I was like, yes, I had this plan, and it worked. Everything went exactly how I thought it was going to. And those came in, or they left the feed. They walked right by me at like 200 yards. I'm like, fuck yeah, waiting on this buck that hopefully is coming behind them. They get all the way down there. They get water, and then they start heading back. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is weird. And them sons of bitches got within 40 feet of me, and I'm just laying in fucking soap weeds, like yucca plants, just laying there. And I sent a video, the fucking deer over my shoulder at like 20 yards. I'm like, yeah, there they are. And waited all the way till dark, and a little past dark. That way I didn't freak those deer out so much that they busted and took off and never came back. So, but didn't see any bucks there. Then the other night, last night actually, I was headed home from work, and I was like, I'm gonna drive by these circles because I've got permission on some corn circles, and I know that there's always deer that hang out in there. And I roll up, and I'm about 3/4 of a mile away, about a mile, and I see the deer out in the corn circle. Cut corn, like not tall corn, little corn. And I see what I think is a buck because I could see antlers. I'm like, oh, no way. And I fucking pull out my binoculars and I'm looking. I'm like, holy fuck, that is the biggest buck I've ever seen. And I roll up and sure as fuck, there he stands. And I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to get a game plan together and I have like 10 minutes of shooting light left. So I pull through the circles and I get parked and I jump out. I grab my 6.5 and my shooting sticks and fucking nothing else. Oh, my rangefinder. So I get set up and I range him and he's like 5 and some change. I'm like, well, I gotta cut a little distance off, especially getting as dark as it is. And he's starting to bunch back up with the does. And so I get down to 438. And that was my last range. And so I line up. He's standing by himself, nice and broadside. He's looking right at me. All the does are looking at me. They're getting pretty fucking agitated. And it's like 2 minutes to last light. I'm like, fuck it, gonna send it. So ranged him and did my dope. And I sent it. And I heard what I thought was a whack. And so I chamber one real quick and I watch him. And he goes trotting off, just hunky fucking dory. Gets
Like he didn't just get bit by a supersonic mosquito.
right. So he gets probably 100 yards from where he was when I shot at him. And he stops and he stares at me. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, well, maybe I have time to get back around these circles and get back out on the road where I saw him originally, because that's the way he's headed. And then I can get another shot on. If not, I can at least see if I hit him. So I shag ass back over there. And I see him. And he's not limping, not nothing. I'm not a speck of blood on him. Not skipping a beat. And it's getting dark. So he jumps into government. And when I say government, I mean public land down here. It's everybody just calls it a government down here. So he jumps into government and I'm kind of following him a little bit. And I can't fucking see him until he crosses in front of my headlights. I'm like, oh, there he is. And yeah, no, deer was fine. And he took off across some Milo stalks that my buddy owns. And I took this picture. And you can't really see it, but like right in the middle of the frame,
You got
there's a set of antlers. Yeah.
Dude, when you first sent this picture, I was like, that's a very pretty sunset. And then somebody else was like, that's a huge fucking deer. And I zoomed in and I was like, oh shit, that's a huge fucking deer.
So I can't zoom in on it right now. But
It's like
anyway.
this picture's like, oh, what a beautiful sunset. And then you realize there's like a dick butt down the corner.
So
Except this time it's deer antlers. Anyway.
So yeah, I was pretty fucking disappointed in myself and the whole situation and everything. I was like, fuck, so many things could have gone different. But my one saving grace was like, I knew where he was headed and I went the other direction. Like I didn't go the short way home, which is the way he was headed, because I didn't want to fuck with him anymore. So I went the other way.
Supposed to chase you.
Right. So I went the other way and I called my buddy who owns those Milo stocks, and I asked if they had any buck tags throughout their family, and they're like, no. I'm like, okay, can I hunt? And he's like, yep. I'm like, oh, fucking sweet. So thanks, Levi. So finally get home. And those of you that watch We Like Shooting, that's what I was talking about. So this morning, woke up bright and squirrely, and I had a game plan. I knew where he went and where he was hopefully still at. So I went up and sat on those Milo stalks that he ran into a little before dark, about half hour before sunup or shooting light, and didn't see anything. where I was sitting was kind of up on a hill, so I could look at the circles that he ran off of from the night before. And I saw deer out in there. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Maybe he's back out in the circles. So I tootle on down there once it gets shooting light. And I'm looking and I see a bunch of deer, a bunch of does, a couple little bucks. I'm like, oh, fuck. There's no biggin. And I find a fucking pickup that had been sitting there. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch. I fucked up their whole hunt. And I drove around and him hot around. I ended up bullshitting with guy, and he's like, "No, we ain't even got a permission on this. We were just looking. Hope he didn't screw you up." I was like, "No, you guys are good." And I didn't see that big buck, so I was kind of disappointed. So went back to where I was originally sitting, since it's on a hill, and started glassing. And I'll be damned if I didn't see this buck that I had shot at the night before, last night. So I get a game plan. I'm like, okay, I'm going to walk all the way down here. That should get me pretty damn close. And actually,
Was he out in the Milo, that the direction he went the night before?
no. So next to the Milo, there's a patch of CRP grass. So right here, this is where I was parked. Here's these circles, and this is where I saw him the night before, and I shot from here, which and missed. So I sit back up here, and I see this deer down in here, and I'm like, okay. So I hike all the way down here. It's half a mile, and I get to the edge, and I'm like, oh fuck! I didn't see any of this Milo between me and this deer, so he is a lot further than I think. So I hike back to my pickup and I drive back around to the west and come in on another spot that I've got access to, which is a really tall hill. And I start glassing and I see the deer in the same spot. I'm like, oh, fucking A. Well, once I figured out where he was, there's a government that is like catty corner to him. Okay, so I'm going to leave where I'm at and then head down the road to the south and then back to the east and then back to the north and jump in this government, drive as far as I can, and then hike the rest of the way and see if I can find him. So I get down here to this corner and sure shit, I find him, and he's fucking huge. Like I counted 5 on one side, and that was just his one side. So I finally figure out who owns the ground that he's on. I text them. I send a waypoint. And I was like, "Hey, can I hunt this?" And he's like, "Is it for you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Sure. Send a picture if you get anything." I'm like, "Fucking sweet." So I hiked down this fence line and being super quiet. And where this waypoint is, like a couple of 100 yards from the fence, I dropped my pack because I didn't want that giant rustly son of a bitch with me, not knowing what I was going to get into. So I get to hiking and I'm closing distance, and this buck, I could see him. And he was like gaining distance on me. I'm just thinking the whole time, like, this fucker's going to run away. He's going to get away. And he ended up stopping and laying down. And he was about 350 yards when I saw him do that. I could still see his antlers. So I knew where he was. I'm like, okay, I'm going to close more distance, be nice and quiet. And I'm getting up in him, and I couldn't fucking see him anymore. So I started making a little more noise than I needed to with like walking and everything, just to see if he'd turn his antlers or whatever. And ended up turning him, ended up finding him again. And he was about 120. So I closed a little more distance because I could, because he couldn't see me. And I get to about 90 yards and I make a noise and those fucking antlers just right at me. I'm like, oh fuck. Here we go. So he's staring at me and nothing's really happening. I've got my rifle on my shooting sticks. I'm ready to go. And he wasn't doing much. So I like kicked my foot on the ground, just to make a little bit more noise. And then he finally like slowly stands up and he's 90 yards. I'm shooting my 300 Win mag. And he stands up all real nice and slow. And then he kind of turns and quarters away. And I send one. And I hear a fucking whack. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And I chamber one real quick. And I look. And I could see him. He took about 4 steps. And then he just kind of stood there. And then he laid down like he was bedding. He didn't fall. He just laid down. I'm like, holy shit. So I gave it a couple minutes. And a bunch of does jumped up that he was chasing that were bedded with him. And so I start walking. And I'm getting closer and I can still see antlers moving. And I got to be, I'm trying to be as quiet as I can just so I don't bump him and he takes off. Because we were skirting property line. Like he wasn't 30 feet from the fence that he could have jumped in the shit that I couldn't hunt. So I get up close and I see that when his antlers are moving, that's just because he's twitching. Because he's dying. I'm like, oh fuck yeah. So I walk up and about shit my pants because this 5x that I thought was a 8x9 mule deer. Fucking massive, non-typical. He's got a drop tine on his left side. He's fucking real.
For those not watching, you should be.
Right.
Dave's not a small guy.
No.
So you killed an elk.
You
But he
killed a
has super
Pokemon.
small hands.
You killed a
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Right.
Like I think this is a third evolution Pokemon that you killed.
He's on a buck of a lifetime. And I'm not shitting you.
A buck of several lifetimes. Oh my goodness.
Look
Yeah.
how fucking.
What is that inside spread?
Inside spread was 29. I think. So to be fair, he's not a super wide deer and he's not super tall, but he has a shit ton of mass and he has a lot of extra points. So with
He's
that
super
said,
untypical.
Oh, it's
for a
29.
mule deer.
It's not that wide.
Yeah.
Goodness. I think what is this? I'm not sure this thing is more than 22. Like this thing.
yeah,
And this is like a 170s class whitetail, okay? And it's huge. And I'd call that the buck of a lifetime, but that's the buck of several lifetimes
so
you're holding on to right there.
he ended up scoring 202 and an eighth when I measured. I'm not an official Boone and Crockett measurer, but he was I'm still fucking tickled. Yeah, I shot him fucking 8 hours ago now.
What? What? If he was going to make it in the books, what would he have to be?
To get a non-typical mule deer award would be 215, and to be actually in the books would be 230.
So didn't make it, but goddamn, still a huge deer.
Oh, he's fucking mad. I told everybody, I'm like, I'm retiring from deer hunting. I'll just shoot little ones now. Oh,
So you're after the Forkies.
I actually got a message on the old face page from a guy that said, give me just a second. Can you
Why
please
did somebody-
mention in the podcast that the drop tine has more inches than my brother's deer?
I'll be the first to admit that drop tine has probably more inches than my Forky.
So that drop tine measured 7 7/8.
Wow.
Hey, unreal. I walked up on him. I was like, oh my God, there's no fucking way. Because I didn't see any of these extra points anywhere when I was looking at it. I saw the drop tine, but I didn't see anything else. So I walked up and I was more than surprised. But
Holy shit,
I
dude.
hiked my ass off for that deer. But it was all fucking worth it. Every step, every mile, everything.
It's amazing how it always is worth it in the end.
And I'm not
That's
saying
a-
I'm not any great big fucking master hunter or whatever, but I killed a fucking giant in a Walmart camo hoodie with my work pants just because I was quiet-ish. So-
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how I killed a 16-point whitetail this year and somehow
Mhm.
you won.
Right? I was like, there's no fucking way I beat Vince.
Because it's a muley.
Yeah. Well, it's
Well, it's super
17-point
untypical.
muley.
It's 17 point and probably weighs like what 325 pounds on the hoof.
I don't think he was that heavy. I mean, he was all there. I
He
mean,
looked
his
big.
fucking neck was as big as my dog. Massive, like super into rut.
So thought you were going to say dog.
But oh,
Yeah, I was all hyped up whenever you sent that picture. I was like, no way. He did it. He did the thing. He mentioned this and then
Yep.
he went and did it. And like I sent it to my wife. It's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just that's just fantastic.
That's
yeah,
such a
like I
big
said,
goddamn
not
deer.
super wide and not super tall. I honestly think he was actually declining because I think he was bigger the year before. Just nobody saw him.
What isn't super wide? What are you saying this isn't super wide? What's wide for a
There have
mule
been
deer?
deer. There's been deer that's been killed this year in my county that are probably 6 inches wider than this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
Good.
wide for a whitetail at all, or for a mule deer at all.
Yeah.
Mule deer are usually way wider.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
buddy, one of my hunting buddies was actually saying that it almost looks like a whitetail muley cross.
Yes, for
Just
sure.
'cause of how
The antlers
curled
look like that.
Yeah. And it could be. I don't know.
I wanted to ask if he was a whitetail or a muley because it's really, really tough to tell other than his coloring, which is like super light gray.
Yeah,
I
the
mean-
coloring's one. Also, your brow tines. He doesn't have really any brow tine to speak
Yeah.
of there.
No, just one
And
little
whitetails,
guy.
you're almost always going to have brow tines.
Mhm.
The forks on the G2s and G3s. That's a very mule deer
Yes.
genetic trait. Actually, so I think I've seen some crosses in this area, at least with like very little bit of got a little bit of mule deer in there because they'll have that fork in the G2 and G3.
Mm-hmm. Just this main
Where's the
beam.
fish come? We need to ask him. Can they interbreed?
Yeah, we just talked about that
I
last
think
week,
so.
didn't we?
Yeah, they can.
They-
They can, and in some areas they do, but not. They prefer not to. Like if there's enough of a population of each, they'll keep to themselves.
Yeah.
So they're Nazis.
I mean, I'm gonna leave that alone.
It's
Never
all
mind.
Um, so I had my buddies come pick me up because I sent him the picture of the deer. And my buddy that I work with, he was after this deer in his deer season. He was early season, and he could never get a shot on. And so he told me about it. And he was like, "Bro, I hope you get it, and I hope nobody else does." And I didn't see him until yesterday. And I finally saw him, and I took a picture, and I said, "I fucking found him." And then I missed. And he's like, "Don't fucking miss today." So I did. As soon as I sent the picture, he's like, "Well, I'm headed that way. We're gonna come help." So we threw this deer in the back of his Jeep, and yeah, just hanging out there. This is not a vape. This is a barrel.
Dave stuck a vape in its mouth to take a picture with it.
Yeah,
Like,
but
this is what we do to hipsters around here.
and my buddy Tanner and Kyle. So thank them, or thank you, Tanner and Kyle, for coming to help me out. It was fantastic. That way I didn't have to pack this son of a bitch another 2 miles. But
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
still
they drove out into the field to get you. Okay.
yes,
I get it. Yeah.
yes.
You were cleaning the deer, I assume, and texted them and was like, "Hey, look at this motherfucker I just shot," and they were like, "Hey, we'll come get you,"
Well,
instead of you hiking back 2 miles to the truck.
So whenever I poked its eye with my barrel and knew that it was dead, everything came crashing down. I was borderline crying. Fucking, I was texting everybody, sending pictures. I was like, "I fucking got him," and everybody was so fucking happy. And then yeah, my phone blew the fuck up.
That's
But
unbelievable.
they're like, "We're headed that way." I'm like, "Fucking badass, appreciate you."
How much did you weigh him?
No, I ain't got a scale, but when I strung him up in the murder shed, I hooked it to my lawnmower, which is 700 pounds. And then I'm 275 sitting on it. And I could barely get the nose off the ground with my little pulley before the tire started spinning on my mower. So, I mean, he's not no 700 pounds or anything, but live
were
weight,
using-
he was probably 250, 270, maybe.
Well, to explain what you just said, you were using the riding mower to drag his ass up in through the pulleys up high.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So a rope attached to my single tree, run through a pulley, then to my little Juan Deere riding mower.
Did Juan struggle at all?
Yes.
Is that
When
the
he
first
got
time
him-
Juan has struggled?
It's the first time I've ever hung anything with Juan. Because I hung Addison's deer with my chain hoist hooked to my workbench, and that was pushing it for that. And I'm like, "There's no fucking way my workbench is going to hold this fucking deer down." And correct, it did not. So just hooked it to my riding mower and got everything strung up. And I did cape him. So this will be the first deer that, one, I've ever caped, and two, that I've ever shoulder mounted. I'm big Euro mount guy because I like the simplicity. I like doing everything myself. That's why I process all my own meat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've had 13 people thus far say that they will kick my ass if I do not shoulder mount it. So it's getting shoulder mounted.
I even started a GoFundMe for you.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I clicked on it. I was like, "Oh, it's gone."
Yeah. Actually, it got removed before I even got the confirmation email. I was like, that's funny. It was actually, so it was just jokes written in the description of what it was for. It's like,
Oh yeah.
help Dave get his thing so he can do the thing with the thing so he doesn't regret the thing not having the thing done to it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, surprising not.
Yeah, I'm beyond tickled and grateful, and everything that I've, like, big game animals that I've killed, I've always had like some sort of like guilt. with it. Like, man, did I do everything right? Do I have the right tag? Am I in the right area? Do I actually have permission on this? Like I think I do. Can I find that text? And just a bunch of guilt going on. So anytime I kill something, it's like, fuck, it's a fucking hurry. And everything's fine, but I still have that sense of guilt. And this deer, none of it. Absolutely nothing. I've never felt more comfortable about shooting an animal than I did this deer. And I'm elated. So
It's like that deer harmed your family or something.
fucking right.
He was gonna, but then he didn't let it happen.
Oh,
That
so
is-
yeah.
That I've never even. Okay, I take that back. I was gonna say I've never seen a deer that big. That's untrue. I've seen several deer way larger, but they are city deer and they
Mhm.
don't get shot at. And I've never seen a deer that had a drop tine. I've never seen a deer that had fucked up antlers like that. Like all the deer in the wild that I've seen, they got normal 4 points. Some of them got 5 points. They seem, and like I don't mean this to sound detrimental, but they seem healthy. And
Mhm.
when they get extra points, they get drop time, stuff like that. It makes them look unhealthy, and I realize that's not the case. It just it is outside the norm.
It looks like a cancer. almost,
Right.
of
Correct.
the antler.
They're not Mike's
Um,
type, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not at all what I was trying to say. Fuck you, Vince.
I will be right back.
After these messages. But to see a deer of that size be taken in the wild is amazing to me. To see it, well, to be honest, to see a deer of that size is amazing to me. To see a deer of that size outside of the city is more amazing. To see one dropped by a hunter I know is one of the most amazing things. Like 270 pounds. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around the amount of meat. I'm trying to. We had
It's a lot.
It is. We had a signal message that was poking around the other day. It was a mule deer that looked like he was wearing a mule deer for a jacket.
Oh yeah, Chungus. I saw that.
Yes. That Dave's deer reminds me of Chungus.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to see Dave's deer like on the hoof, as it were. But I can imagine he looked like it. He looked like he ate a deer.
Yeah, that's what a 200-inch
Are we
deer
gonna
looks
give-
like.
What's that, Brandon?
Are we going to give him shit for not using one of these?
I think
Maybe-
we should.
Yeah, when he gets back, he never would have run off if the first time if you'd been using a suppressor.
Yeah. We,
No, but-
we need to get him into a
It's not
shusher.
smooth.
No, what I was gonna say, most people don't even know what a 200-inch deer really looks like up close. Like, and that's why you have people who say like, "Oh, I got a 190 incher on the wall," and it's maybe 140, 150.
So my deer, it scored 202 and an eighth. But if it had been a typical deer, it would have looked way bigger. Mine scored so much because it had all the extra points and the mass with it.
Yeah,
But
the mass do good.
yeah, but you get a deer that's fucking super wide and super tall, he's going to score great.
Yeah.
And that'll be right up Mike's line of the healthy deer.
There was a local guy about, I think, 8 or 9 years ago. Oh, it was 2017. It was the year I shot my big deer. That was another good year around here. He shot 200+ inch deer like 9 days apart
Good God.
during archery season on the same property. he got decals of each one printed and put them on the back glass of his pickup.
Ultimate flex.
I'm like, yeah, I get it. If that happened to me, I might spend my money in odd ways.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, like I felt really weird flexing today, and I didn't really flex, but I rolled up to the gas station, and the gas station workers were outside smoking cigarettes, and I jump out of my pickup, and I was like, "You guys want to see a big fucking deer?" And they're like, "Hell yeah!" And they walk over, and they're like, "Holy shit!" And so that made me feel all tingly, but I also
Dude.
felt a little dirty.
You shouldn't feel dirty at all, because that, like, number one, you're still riding the high of taking him down. Number two, that's a big fucking deer, and you absolutely deserve to ride that high. And if you
Yeah.
want to show them off to everybody around you, especially like you got a small town, everybody knows you, you know everybody. Like, hey, come check out this monster I capped. Like,
Mhm.
that's completely understandable.
That's
I
the
have
kind
people
of thing
texting me asking about it.
that might never happen again. That one right there, like you.
I hope it does, but I am completely fine with never shooting another big buck again, because like I'm gonna be chasing this fucking monster, and I bet I could like hunt my entire life and not see another one, or at least get crosshairs on another one that's this big. So I am perfectly content with the deer that I have. If I see big deer, I will help other people get onto it. But I'm perfectly fine with this deer. I love this fucking deer.
Dude, shooting something like that will mess you up, because it's like, well, I didn't know this could actually exist. out
Right.
here. I thought
Well,
they were making this up.
I guess I'm done hunting bucks now.
Like,
But-
why should I shoot that 12 point? There could be something bigger out here. You know,
That was one thing that I was really struggling with. Yeah, I passed up I don't know how many fucking bucks this year. At least 20 different bucks, like legal bucks, Mike bucks.
Yeah.
I passed up like 20 of them because I knew that.
Was that a jab saying I would shoot them?
Yes, it was.
What is the
Because you're
exchange
probably
rate
right.
from Mike Bucks to Dave Nichols?
So Mike bucks carry far less weight, literally. I
Listen,
shit you not.
Mike Bucks probably weigh one of
There's
Dave
some
Buck's shoulder.
There's some hyperinflation over there on Mike's side.
I bet you when I skinned out this deer's neck, it weighed as much as one of your hindquarters.
I believe it.
Oh, fucking huge.
That's
Jeez.
some good looking neck meat right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know how much weight you got. How much?
I will.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with that.
I lost a little bit off like the ribs and everything, but the amount of meat on this deer was insane. You like that really thin layer of meat that's on the outside of the ribs. It's not rib meat,
Yeah,
but just
the
outside
flank
of the
meat.
rib. Yeah, that was about 5/8 of an inch thick.
Oh,
And so
shit.
I got 3 pounds of meat just on the outside of the ribs.
That's a hidden number that big deer will get you as far as meat, because all those little cuts that you're not going to mess with small deer, like the flank, you know, there's a layer of fat and a thick layer of skin, and there's a thick
Mhm.
layer of connective tissue in between them, and it's like I'll just feed that to the dog. I'm not playing with that. But on the bigger deer, it's worth it to go through there and cut it out, because that's a big chunk of meat.
Oh yeah, it's viable. Like if I'd thrown that away, I might get in trouble if Green Jeans comes walking through my place. So
Green jeans.
Green jeans was all my joy.
there's some
The
guy
gay
in green
Mormon.
jeans yelling "Gay Mormon, gay Mormon."
Caw, caw.
Sorry, Jeff.
Sharks
But-
in the water.
No, I got a shitload of meat off. I bet I got not quite double what I got off my daughter's deer, but pretty close. And my daughter shot a hell of a doe. I mean, it was a big doe, and it was a dry doe, so she was super happy about that. It didn't have a fawn, so no milk, nothing. And it was all there, but this deer, I just kept cutting. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, where's all this fucking meat coming from? I haven't seen this before.
At least I still think I got more meat than you this year. At least I got that.
Yeah, because you shot 14 fucking deer.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like, look, I shoot enough squirrels and I'll still beat you.
Yeah.
Valid.
Okay.
Got
I will challenge
one
you.
piece at a time.
Never mind. I don't want to do that challenge. I was going to say I will kill and collect more prairie dogs than you will squirrels, but I'm not touching those.
You'd have to
nasty
pick
bad-
them up and weigh them.
You know, I had a thought earlier. Like, what if when you die, you have to go battle everybody? Like it's you're in Pokemon, but it's all the animals you've killed throughout your life.
Do I get to retain weapons?
No,
Or do I
no,
have to
the
fight them
animals are
hand-to-hand?
battling each other. Like you're not. Like you have to battle other people. Like Dave has to battle Sam, but Sam's just got a bunch of freaking geese. And
Sam 660 geese on Dave. Like, go get him, Cobra Chickens.
well, Sam's geese versus Dave's elk and his mule deer.
Is this like that video game thing
Yeah.
where you have like 100,000 chickens versus 20 T-Rexes?
Something like that, except, you can tell them what to do and they have to fight each other. And I had that thought, and then I was like, what if... And then there's the guy who was the exterminator in New York City who's just got like 7 million rats.
Oh.
Hey Dave,
Yo.
Montana Dirt Road asked me what distance I shoot coyotes at,
Mm-hmm.
and I told them words. I mean, that's typically what they are.
Yep.
But we shot one last year at 530 with my 12.5 inch.
533. So
Okay.
yeah, that was Vince. I don't think you saw that
it was
shot, did
lucky.
you?
It was too far
was
away
lucky.
for me to see.
Yeah, no, that was fucking insane. Because we all shoot and I see like a couple little spots of dust, and the coyote takes off, and then we're watching, and then all of a sudden the son of a bitch piles up. We're like, no fucking way. And Brandon's like, yeah, I dialed my scope that time. And we're like, oh, okay, so you shot it. No, 533 yards at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I'm
So-
over there trying to watch, but mine's not sensitive enough to actually see that far. I'm like, what?
Mhm.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? What happened? I everyone's all super happy, like, what? Oh man, did you see that? Like, no, I did not see that.
They were asking in the chat what I shot it with, and last night when I missed, I was shooting my Ruger American in 6.5 Creed, and I don't know. I feel like I really should have hit him, but I didn't. So I said, "Fuck that gun," and went and got my Browning Expo and 300 Win mag. And I said, if I'm going to take a 600-yard shot, that's what it's going to be with. So I grabbed it. I was really, really, really hoping that I could kill it or kill a decent deer with my high point carbine. But yeah, I wasn't taking a chance on this one. I saw him. I was like, there's no fucking way this thing is living after what he's put me through. So 300 Win.
Did you really just say you were hoping to take a deer with your high point carbine?
Oh, you have no idea how bad I wanted to take that deer with a high point, but I wanted to make sure that it died.
It was only at 90 yards. I mean, you could have.
Oh yeah, I could have absolutely smoked it, but I didn't know if I could get to 90 yards. Like I was full well like ready to take a 400, 500 yard shot.
Yeah.
But lucky for me, I got to sneak in that far. So
You
That's
should just
amazing.
taken the high point with you, just slung it
Yeah.
across your back.
oh my god. That'd have been so heavy.
They go, get some. It
So-
just mag dump into the deer.
After I shot that deer and like I dropped my pack a couple hundred yards into this, I walked another half a mile into the field, shot the deer, started gutting it. I'm like, oh hey, my saw is in my pack. So I hiked back another half a mile, grabbed my pack, hiked back to the fucking deer, used my saw, which my saw is actually funny because my youngest put my actual bone saw in his pack because I didn't want to carry a pack around and fucking let him pack shit. So I couldn't find his pack, so I had to grab my sawzall, my cordless sawzall, and I threw that in my pack and carried that around with me.
So you
Yeah.
can carry the sawzall, but not the. Oh
Yes.
man, I just had a thought. So instead of the chainsaw underneath the gun, sawzall
Mhm.
underneath the high point.
Mm,
Fair.
with a sawzall.
I mean, you could cut up deer or take off catalytic converters. Who knows?
Like both are options.
There's so much room for activities, guys.
Sir, we
think-
found bone fragments in your what's left of your exhaust. Okay, and we're pretty sure the guy who cut it out was cutting deer up too.
Like,
All
I
right, go
think
find him. Why are you telling me?
we've got a profile.
Let's talk to the FBI. We need to know about this guy.
I think they call it a signature.
Why is there deer blood all over these car parts?
So
All right, I can't make that funnier.
well, that was my spiel.
Dude, I'm blown away. That is such a good story. That is such a good deer.
Me fucking too, and I have redemption for last night. Last night I felt fucking terrible, and now I'm like, okay, I feel better. I'm still pissed that I missed last night, but
I mean, you
dead
made up
either
for
way.
Yeah.
You way made up for it. Like he gone now.
And way bigger than I thought he was. So that's also a great thing.
Dude, you could see how big he was in that picture you sent last night. Yeah, you couldn't see that big, but you could see how big he was. He was big.
I actually have another one of this morning when I was spotting. So this was from about a mile and a half away. He's kind of left center of the screen. You can see his white ass, and then you can see the antlers up above him. Well, right center of the screen.
I was
Okay,
gonna say
okay.
I
I was
see
like,
antlers on the right center
Yeah,
and a
right-
white ass,
right
but I
side.
don't see nothing left.
Well, I was just
Yeah.
looking for white ass and I couldn't find it.
So that was about a mile and a half out of my fancy dancy Simmons spotting scope. Speaking of spotting scopes, if a company that's listening wants to send me one, I will put it to use. But
Wait, they have one
Oh.
of those?
and phone scope would be awesome because I'm trying to hold my phone over this fucking spot and scope, and I'm like, okay, this isn't great at all. Yeah, my Simmons is it works fine for what it is, but anytime I add any magnification, it's like almost nighttime just because it gets so fucking dark.
Alaskan Ballistics? Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh, they're a new listener on the daggum We Like Shooting too.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Said who's
Well-
coming caribou hunting? Like, I don't know you, but you
Fucking
have my
me.
attention.
I'm into
I'll
it.
go.
My wallet's not, but I'm into it.
Fuck yeah.
We'll stuff you in a suitcase.
Hell, I'll stuff a caribou in a suitcase. I don't give a shit.
We
So does
saw
Gideon
what you
make a
did to
flying
that
suit?
Forky.
No, they don't
No.
yet, but that's one of the things we've been pestering Bob since we met him. Like, Bob, spotting scope. Also, the 5x25. We've been pestering Bob for the 5x25.
I guess I need to pester Bob about becoming a dealer.
Yeah.
You definitely do.
Gideon's great.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the 5 to 25. I mean, I'd have to learn mills, which is gross, but
Ha ha ha.
No, it's not gross. It's easy.
MOA is easy. God damn it.
It is. They're both one's easy if you think in metric, one's easy if you think in inches.
Mill master race. Base 10. Come on. Never, whatever.
But anyway, so I think that will wrap us up tonight.
Nick has a prototype of the 5 to 25. Bob? Gideon Optics in the
Yeah.
chat. That was random comment from me, but Gideon Optics in the chat says it's not ready yet. Nick has a prototype. Maybe Sean too.
Yeah.
I'm assuming 5x25.
Yes, that's what what
Okay.
he means.
That
He
is
offered me a
excellent.
prototype, and I'm like, no, just keep working on it. It's fine. I don't want to. Judge too
I was
quickly.
asking them about doing the fiber dot in mills, but he said no.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
Niet.
Niet, comrade. 1 to 6 is fine.
This-
MOA
I-
is fine.
I put that on
Where's Gideon
on the 308.
in the chat?
What's
Yeah,
that?
and in the chat, yeah.
The
On
Rumble
YouTube?
chat.
Rumble. On
Yeah.
Rumble.
Bob's in Rumble.
Gotcha,
Are
Yeah.
gotcha.
you in Rumble? You should be in Rumble because Rumble's way better than YouTube because YouTube sucks.
Well,
The only thing
I
is
don't watch everything a lot.
we can't chat directly to Rumble from StreamYard. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. But regardless, if you like this show, send us a review. Go to lghpodcast.com, click on support the show, and leave us a review. Follow the link to your favorite podcast beamer and leave us a review there, or email contact@lghpodcast.com and get a sticker pack. I've
Sticker
given away
pack.
a lot of stickers.
As have I. The stickers are awesome.
Yeah. I asked my boss, I was like, do you want a sticker? And he's like, sure. I was like, well, pick one. He's like, can I have all 4? And I'm like, fuck,
Sure.
I don't care. I got them to give away. I don't give a shit.
In fact, we should probably send Brandon some stickers as well.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Yeah.
you should
Sweet.
poke us
This-
your address in one of the chats that we're all multiple parts of.
This guy, he lets us use all of his fancy fucking guns and thermals and everything. We're like, here's some stickers, bud.
Yeah, that's how
So,
you pay
so
it
Gideon
forward.
to poke me.
Copy.
Bob definitely will.
Yeah. Well,
All right,
Mike?
guys.
Shall I do the thing where
indeed.
All right. Well, if that's it, then if you like that show, or if
Oh my God.
oh geez, support the sport and take a buddy hunting. If you like that, buddy, tell them about our show. If you don't like that, buddy, underscores Buck. Hit us up at lghpodcast.com. I have been thinking, don't forget that we actually have a bit of merch on lghpodcast.com as well. Thanks for listening, and let's go hunt.
Dave went super
Later.
old school with the intro.
He
But
did
I was
in
gonna
the
say
outro.
that let's go hunt now with 99% less commie.
I mean, this motherfucker has an AK in the corner of his room.
Uh,
So still
just-
still some commie. But
this is SKS.
got,
I stand by my statement.
I think our show title should be "Huge Breast: Right?"
Just put a comma. Huge breast.